Rampage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Azeroth Daily, episode 1 for the 9th of December 2010. My name is Total Biscuit, bringing you your daily dose of WoW news and comment. Kicking off with the news right here, the first level 85, which some of you might already be aware of, but has now been officially confirmed, is once again Athene. Athene, I believe, also managed to do it, or at least supposedly managed to do it with Wrath of the Lich King, but ended up getting busted back down again because of some kind of skullduggery. Yes, you're hearing the word skullduggery on a WoW show. Not entirely sure how legitimate that was in the first place anyway, but yep, there is a video here that you're seeing in the background. If you want to watch the full video, then by all means, congratulations to Athene, who is doing a stellar job of trolling the WoW player base. I can respect that. Also, more hotfixes have been put in the game, folks. There's an awful lot of them. As before, you might want to read them for yourselves. Link is in the description below. However, my pick of the litter is that they've nerfed fishing. Yes, indeed. Fishing gains past 500 skill were too quick. Fishing is now hardcore, folks. Also, guard posts in the world will now properly spawn level 85 guards. That includes in areas like Goldshire and Westfall. Ouch. Free character transfers are available for those of you stuck on high population or incredibly unbalanced realms as a result of Cataclysm, so if you're looking to dodge the queues and find a new home for yourself, then you do have a number of options, which I've now collated onto the screen for you right here, but I'd recommend reading the blog post from Blizzard about this nonetheless. That should hopefully get you the information that you need and make sure that you don't make any mistakes. Bear this in mind, folks, this ends on December the 22nd, so please do get it sorted out as quickly as possible, and realms can be closed with very little notice, so get on it sooner rather than later. And with that, it's time for your Daily Blues. I'd like to thank MMO Champion for their excellent blue tracker, which I'm using for the Daily Blues today. This particular post coming in from Takralis, and this is over on the EU forum. It's regarding random dungeon groups, and it's a very nice tip for some of you that don't perhaps fully understand the way that the pug system actually works. He's telling us that generally, if he gets a lever in a pug, he will actually jump out of the instance using teleport and go and do some questing or something, and then when they find somebody else, he can teleport right back in again. It's a handy tip, and something that I actually personally hadn't considered doing, something that might be worth it, although the best way, of course, to avoid this kind of situation is not to pug at all. Vanaris over on the EU forums responding to a complaint by a character called Soul Drinker regarding the leveling speed of various people, thinking that people are actually leveling too fast, and Vanaris here confirming that Blizzard does support the people that choose to rush to 85 if they so desire, and they see absolutely no need to prevent that. He goes on to say that a lot of the new content is in the old world, and you're going to have to roll an ult in order to experience that, so it's going to be something that people get over time, and they're not necessarily just throwing away a lot of content in the expansion if they decide to rush 80 to 85, because if they roll up an ult, of course, they then have 1 to 60, which is also brand new. And in some cases, I might add, better. And last but by no means least, we've got Bashiok doing a little bit of trolling over in the US forums in regards to the guild experience cap. In responding to one particular post, he decided to go mwahahaha and slash ring hands. And then, of course, in the typical bleeding heart nature of some of the forums, somebody complained about it, saying, with all due respect, this is the kind of reply to players that can be taken the wrong way and cause trouble. He then responds, I'm okay with that. Keep it up, Bashiok. Keep it up. With that, it's time for your Daily Grind. Daily Grind covers the most difficult, frustrating, or otherwise very enjoyable quest that I've encountered today, and that today has got to be this one with Baron Geddon. The quest is called The Return of Baron Geddon, and you get it pretty early on in Hyjal. You only have to go about half an hour into the content to reach it. You get to see our good old friend, the 5th boss from Molten Core once again, and this quest can kill you if you're not paying attention. And of course, last but by no means least, it gives a wonderful little bit of nostalgia with a living bomb at the end. Bonus points for killing your GM with the living bomb. Now it's time for today's feature, which will be modding your WoW. Now, I get an awful lot of questions regarding the way that my UI is set up, and I would strongly suggest, to begin with, that you don't make it anywhere as messy. Yes, my UI is not the neatest ever, but I do have 2 mods that I would like to show you in terms of functionality, and these are some of the most common questions that I get. I'd like to show you what these mods can do, and one of them is called Baggins, and the other is called Ice Hood. Now, Baggins is a bag organization mod. It collates things. It's kind of like Bagnon, but it's got some features that I do very much enjoy. It's got some really good categories right there. It's got the new category, which is absolutely fantastic. If you get a new piece of gear, or if you get a quest item, it's really easy to find. You don't have to go trawling through your bags for it, and it's also got a collation feature whereby if you have uneven stacks, you can press the little button at the top of any of your bags and it will put everything together in a nice, neat pile. Really, really good mod, a lot of different features and customizability there. I would highly recommend that. You can pick it up from Curse, of course. Now, we also have Ice Hood, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the best heads-up display mod that I've used so far. You can do a lot of mucking about with it in terms of how it looks, where it's placed, its transparency, the various bars that are available for you to monitor. And the purpose of a heads-up display is to allow you to see your stats and indeed your health and mana at a glance without having to look at the character pane in the top left of your screen. That means you can concentrate more on the fight, and particularly for those who use high resolutions and large monitors, a hood, as far as I'm concerned, is absolutely essential. Download link is in the show notes below in the description under this video. Now, we're going to cap off the show with the mailbox, as we're going to be doing every show going forward, and this is your chance to get some of your views on the show. I'm going to read out a couple of good mails every day, and I'll try and give some advice and all that kind of good stuff. You can email into the address that's at the bottom of the screen right there. The first one comes in from Chris, and he says, "Hey TB, all my friends have been laughing at me. Why? Well, for my birthday, my girlfriend got me Cataclysm. Yay for me, but my birthday isn't till the 21st of December, and she will not in any way, shape, or form give me my key." Yeah, so Chris's girlfriend, that's actually torture. That's not really a gift. And what I'd say to a lot of people who perhaps think about buying Cataclysm as a gift, please don't. It's a really bad idea. Cataclysm is something you just have to own on the day. It's a terrible Christmas present, so I would heartily recommend that you buy something else. Perhaps this fantastic Horde beach towel. Yeah, you know what? I'd be pretty happy with that. Another email coming in here from Ben, and this is a pretty common question, so I'll get this out of the way. "Hi, I'm a big fan of your videos. However, when I decided to reinstall World of Warcraft, I tried to log into Battle.net, and my account apparently is locked due to suspicious activity. Can you suggest anything for me to do?" Well, Ben, what you got to do is call customer service straight away. Now, these guys are usually really good at what they do. You might have to wait a little bit of time in the queue, but something I can tell you to help you out is if you have your original CD key, that will speed the process up an awful lot. Chances are you've been hacked while your account was inactive. That's usually done via a keylogger. Customer service can kick off the process of recovering that account for you, and I would heartily recommend to everyone that you use an authenticator as an additional level of protection. You can either buy a little key fob, or you can get it on the iPhone. It's also available on Android and a number of other mobile phone platforms. Go check that out, and it's really easy to find the customer service numbers just by going to your regional WoW website, depending on whether or not you're playing in US, EU, Australia, etc., etc. Okay, folks, that's been my Azeroth Daily for the 9th of December, 2010, and I'm going to leave you with this. Screw you, Reddit. Screw you. I'll see you next time.